Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. You know it. It's 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Man, have I got a good video for you today. Man, I am watching a national news story now being twisted and molded by right-wing media in real time, right in my very area, right down the street from where I live, right here. And I'm watching this in real time happening. All right, where to start with this? This incident happened 6 days ago. It was April 10th, 2023. 6 days ago from today. Today's April 16th, 2023, Sunday. Now, this story came on all the on the state news, the local news. 2 days later, there was a video, the house cam, the ring door cam once again. And it made its way to the local news. There's four, maybe five state local news networks here in the area, local news. And this was on Wednesday morning before I made my video. And I was going to talk about this story. And it's just popped up. Now, if you watch all the big right-wing media outlets, Fox News, the big Fox News, not the local Fox News, the Daily Mail, and the New York Post, all within the last 6, 8, 10, 12 hours have now remolded this story. This is wild. I'm watching this story kind of just get twisted in real time, right in front of me. A local news story that I know exactly what really happened. Okay, let me start at the very beginning here, because this just shocking. Even though I know this happens, to actually watch it right in real time when I know the real story is amazing to me. Okay, the story is from Rocky Hill, Connecticut. Now, I'm in Bristol, Connecticut, and I'm about 10, 12 miles away. Not very far. There's been a lot of car thefts. Even where I park my car in the parking lot, there's been a rash of car thefts. And the problem is, I'll do another video on this. The problem seems to be that there's phone chargers. This is what we were told by the police. There's phone chargers that kids are using to steal cars, to get into cars, to deter the theft or lock systems on I believe it was Acuras and Hondas. Okay, so this was happening for the last couple months in my area. Okay, last Monday, Rocky Hill, a man looks and sees on his cameras that there's a kid, a teenager. I will call him a teenager. It looks like a black youth, opening the door to it looks like an Acura in his driveway, a nice red sports car. Okay, so he runs out there. Now you got to watch the whole video, because I saw when this news story came out I'd say about 36 hours later, it made its way from, it happened Monday afternoon, and it was on the morning news here Wednesday morning. And all the local news stations said, we're going to warn you, this is graphic, and they were all shocked because this homeowner is in a hospital. He was hospitalized. And if you watch the video, and let me tell you what I was going to do in my video. I was going to do a video on this story Wednesday morning, but I ended up doing another story about a trans person that morning. Okay. So he runs out in this video, the homeowner, a white man, a beefy looking guy, probably in his 30s, good shape. Probably something I would do too. And this is why I was going to do a video on it. A better idea than what he did. And he pulls the kid out of the car, and it's a good sized athletic youth. And the kid's kind of stunned, and the homeowner, in my opinion, the homeowner kind of screws up and backs off a little bit, and the kid runs. And I think the homeowner grabs something, maybe a camera, a phone, or something that from the youth, because the youth stops. He was running back to his car that was in the road, black Mercedes, with the other of his friends in it. And he stops about 10 feet away, and he turns around and he charges the homeowner, and he gets him in a headlock. He gets him down on the ground. Then you see he's got three friends, and one by one they come from the black Mercedes. And they get this homeowner on the ground, got him in a headlock, and then the next guy comes up and just starts bam, bam, kicking him in the head. I did a video about this when I got kicked in the head before. And I'll tell you this, man, there's a big difference between getting punched in the face and kicked in the head. There's a huge difference, man. It does a lot more damage. Anyway, the homeowner's on the ground. Then the third youth comes up. Now, honestly, I'll give you this. And race has something to do with this, because initially, the real story, if you watch the video, the real story, the man goes down. And one by one, these youths climb on him. The second youth now joins in, starts kicking him. The third youth, like I said, I've seen this. There's usually the alpha male, when you're fighting four guys, you look for the alpha. Then there's the beta, the second one that comes up and starts to pick the scraps off. Then there's what I call the followers. And the third guy, he doesn't touch the guy at all. You see his leg go to kick him, like he's looking, but he kind of chickens out. He doesn't, he doesn't take part in it. Then the fourth guy comes in and he jumps in too. Finally, the three guys run back to their car. The guy gets up, and he's taken to the hospital. He's hospitalized. He took a good beating. Like I said, the state news that morning said, "Oh my, this guy's in the hospital. We think he's going to be okay." It's a tough video to watch, and so I was going to do a video that morning because I carry pepper spray. This one's pepper spray, and sometimes I carry something a little bit stronger. I suggest you guys look at your local and state, your federal and state codes, because some of this stuff isn't necessarily legal and what you can do with it. So I'm not going to suggest it. But if it were me and it was on my property, these things I carry them with me all the time on my bike when I'm walking, all the time. And if this guy had run up with just one of these when that guy was in his car and just sprayed him right when the guy was in the car in the first place, that guy would have been done and on the ground and out of the game. And then he could have taken it, and the other three probably would have never even ran up the driveway, and they probably would have drove off and left their buddy on the ground. Just one little can of pepper spray, man. And in most states they're legal. And I was going to do a video on this Wednesday morning. Didn't do the video. Story kind of sank to the back of my head. Okay, till this morning. I'm going through my regular apps looking for news stories this morning, and the very front, this is all national and world news on Flipboard, and the very front story is somebody flipped a story from Fox News from just about 10 hours ago now. So now all of a sudden the headline is homeowner fights off four youths in his driveway. And it's all about this valiant homeowner. And when you watch the video, it's cut. The whole part of him on the ground getting kicked in the head, that's cut out. And they have blanks over the faces they have the blanks over some of the faces. I don't know if it's all the faces or whatever. But the video's been edited where you just see the very beginning. You see a little bit. You see some youths run up. You see a little bit in the middle, and then you see the end where the guy's getting up off the ground, and he's like, yeah, he's taking a beating, but he's still kind of ticked off, and he's like watching them drive down, and he's kind of like, in the driveway. So you see the first one where he yanks the kid out of the car, and then you see the bunch of other kids run up, and then you see them all standing tough in the driveway. And headline, this guy defended his home. He fought off four youths. And it doesn't say anything about this guy being hospitalized and kicked in the head and all the, look, I'm not, I was going to do a video on what I would do to defend myself, because this was a very real story around here. Like I said, and this is a great thing to have. And part of me almost feels like a wuss saying that. It's almost like kicking somebody in the nads. It doesn't seem like fair fighting to me. By spraying somebody like this, because you could spray them, and once they go down, they can't breathe, they can't see, they can't run, they can't breathe, they snot, throw up, and then you could do what you want to them. You know what I'm saying? Once they're on the ground, they're done, man. Because that's what they would do to you. That's what they did to this guy. And then those three other youths would have thought twice about running up the driveway when they saw their buddy on the ground. So like I said, I was going to do a video, what I would have done, and then so I'm a little surprised. And then I started looking into it more. And this story has kind of come out twice. It came out Wednesday around here, the real story, where they said, "Oh, this is graphic. this guy ended up in the hospital. And the general feeling here when this story came out Wednesday was shock, was kind of a scare, because a homeowner, the headline was "Homeowner Attacked in His Own Driveway by 4 youths Trying to Steal His Car, Hospitalized." Graphic video. That's the actual story that broke as soon as the whole video made the rounds here, right here in the area where it happened. Now, nationwide, this guy's a hero. He fought off these youths who just happened to be of different races. And the homeowner just happened to be Caucasian. Yeah, and if you look on Fox News, if you're like me and you look on Fox News, you see an awful lot of stories about it, just like this. Wherever anybody, black person or any minority, does anything wrong, any crime or whatsoever, it's front page of Fox News or the data, all these networks that have now picked up this story in just the less than 12 hours, and now have kind of reinvented it and spun it and put it back out there. That this guy is like, the Caucasian homeowner mega hero fighting off the black youths in the driveway. Yeah, real time watching Fox News at work. Wow. The links will be down below. And if you doubt what I'm saying, Google it yourself. Google this. It happened in Rocky Hill. Rocky Hill man fights off for youths. Rocky man fights off for car thieves. Rocky man hospitalized. Connecticut man hospitalized. Do your own Googling and see how the story has popped up once, the actual story, and now how it's popped up again just almost a week later as some kind of mega super story hero. Wow. Have a good Sunday.